Good afternoon. If you notice my Green Bay Packer shirt here, the reason
Oh, boy.
the reason that I got it on is because they won the Super Bowl this year, first one since 1967. So I'm real thrilled about it. So here's right here. So baseball season started Monday, and the Cubs are 0-4. So, but if they win the rest of them, they'll be 158-4.
What a dream.
So I'm not dreaming, Dad. I mean, you know what I mean. So here we are. This is April.
Yeah. When you said that they win the rest of them.
Well, yeah, they win the rest of them. Yeah, they'll be 158-4. Right?
It's a dream.
Is that possible or not?
Yeah.
No.
You know,
Well, anything is possible.
No, not to win
Okay.
that many games.
So what,
Anyway.
Which one?
Cubs.
Cubs,
You don't know who they
I
are.
don't know.
Chicago Cubs. Wrigley Field they play. Okay. Anyway, I'm over here.
You.
It's April 5th, 1997, and it's Saturday afternoon at 3:40.
And my mascara don't feel good.
And my mother didn't feel good. She had a
Chest cold.
chest cold, bronchitis or something.
Oh, are you getting me now?
Yeah, she's getting you now.
Don't
See,
smile, Helen.
Don't smile, what
Break
happened?
the glass.
What do you mean? That's okay if she smiles.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I didn't even know it was at me.
yeah, so
You're supposed to be at your dad's.
yeah, I know. So anyway, her fever went down, so she says, "Come on
My
over
fever went
today."
down.
And her fever went down. And
Oh my
it's
God.
3:40 Saturday afternoon, like I said before, April 5th, 1997. So this is part 2 of our 3-part episode. So, so we're going to go back to Italy when my dad and Dave's grandpa was between like 5 years old and 15 years old. And episode 1, if you remember, he kind of generally spoke of what he did there. We're going to go into a little more detail now. And he got all kinds of stuff. He stayed up all night rehearsing and trying to think what he has to say.
Not me.
No, anyway,
Not me.
so we're gonna turn the camera over
To
to my dad, and he's gonna talk a little bit, you know, some of the stuff
You
that
have to ask
happened over
something
there.
because I'm gonna.
Well, you know, you can, you know, like
Ralph, don't waste time, because time marches on.
after
Go
the
ahead and talk.
after the camera was shut
Give it a
off.
talk.
Keep you cool.
You're gonna start saying, I can't remember, he usually knows everything when he was small. When he was small, your grandpa knows everything, he didn't forget nothing.
Okay.
From the time we left, is
And
that
you
what we're
better talk
doing?
louder than that, because.
From the time we left? Huh?
When you were over there,
Oh,
when you got
from the
there,
time we left
when you
here?
got there,
Oh, when we
at
got
5 years
there?
old or 6 years old until 15. You had, you know, you just,
Ooh.
like after the camera went off and after episode 1, you talked about, you know, about the lamb and you were leaving, about the fish and stuff, you know, things like that. What would come to your mind? You can talk about that or anything else that comes to your mind.
Then I say when, all I remember when we left here, I said that, you know, we left by train. Did I say that? We left by train by 8 o'clock in the afternoon. Ma put us to bed about 3 o'clock in the afternoon so we get some sleep. And then about 8 o'clock, we left that night. And somebody was scaring me because I was sleeping. I didn't sleep in the afternoon because I didn't want to go. All I remember, okay, I remember going to the train downtown. I don't remember boarding the train, and I don't remember nothing until I got on a boat. I must have said that before.
Yeah, well, you mentioned on a boat when you were on the bow.
Yeah, he told you
No,
that.
it fell
I
over.
said, yeah, I said that. You know,
Right.
that I remember leaning over.
Yeah, you
When we
said
first, I said that? Okay. Okay, okay, I'll skip all that, the boat part. And what I remember, I also said when we got in Roca, the little town, I remember a few things before we got there, but it's one here, a little bit here, a little bit there, you know. But when we got there in the morning. I said that though, before.
Well, I'll say it again.
Ralph, you gotta talk louder than that, I can't even hear you.
Wait,
I'm not
wait,
sitting
no,
here.
no, they'll pick me up. Didn't I say that before?
What?
When, we went, we got off the train and we had a mule pack in those hills to bring us to the little town.
Right.
Didn't I say that, mule pack?
Yeah, and you got there, you almost fell off a
They
couple
tied,
times.
they tied me on the top of the, one of the mules.
Right.
We traveled all night long,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't sleep. I was scared because the mules, a couple of mules, they got stuck in a mud down in a ravine, you know, and I got scared. I remember, and then I remember walking in this little town. The town is on top of the hill. Walking one after another. Us kids. It was
Single file.
four, single file. You know, a little distance, and people were looking at us. I remember that. And I remember, okay, we got to the house, and the church was right from here, across the street, that big church. The church had a big bell hanging up there, and a clock, a huge clock, and a bell. And I looked at the clock. I remember looking at the clock. I didn't know the time though. I couldn't read it. I didn't know that. I couldn't read the time. And somehow, I don't remember how I got started in school. I just don't remember. And but through school, I had pretty good marks.
Anything happened in school?
Huh?
Anything that you remember that happened in school?
In school.
Oh.
Well, no, not of great importance. The only thing is, I remember one time in school, a dirigible went by between the two mountains, because our little town was on this mountain, and there was another mountain on the other side. And the teacher left me in charge to write down the names, whoever talks. He didn't want nobody to talk in class while he was gone. Usually I'd done that. But this one time, this dirigible came by in between one mountain and the other.
What's a dirigible?
A dirigible.
What's a dirigible?
What's it, I can't hear you either.
What's a dirigible? Whatever you said.
A dirigible is the thing up in the air that it's like a balloon, long like this. We had a movie one time that.
Oh, you
Like a
know,
like a blimp.
A blimp, you mean?
A blimp, but
Oh.
it's called dirigible.
Oh, okay. That's just in case somebody didn't know what that was.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a blimp. Yeah, but this was a huge thing. And all our kids went out of the door. There was a railing there, a balcony like. There was a railing there to look at it. We were supposed to be in class.
Oh.
When the teacher come and pulled me out for let him do that. I remember pulling me out.
Oh, wow.
But I was in there too. I wanted to see that thing go. But he was real close in between the two mountains. You
Right.
know, and it was beautiful to look at.
Mm.
I remember that. But otherwise, well, that part of school, and I remember there was no heat in the class in the rooms, no heat there. Winter, you know, in the winter time. I used to make a fire in a little a pail, like, you know. I used to burn wood and coal. Before the teacher come home, I put it under his desk. He kept warm with that. But as kids, I don't know, but because it got a little chilly.
Right.
But no heat.
No, he-
No heat. No heat whatsoever. A dead night for him. I remember I got pretty good grades. I never was. I had no trouble in school. I didn't get no trouble in school. But I used to listen. I was afraid of my teacher because he was one of those that had a stick about this big. And if you drove back, you got another one coming. Every time you drove back, you get another one. And the only time that I didn't listen to him, it was, I told you that too maybe before. Near the school, not even about 20 feet, there was a cliff. That cliff belonged to us. We had the stable up there to keep our mules and stuff. And I remember Uncle Frank hollering that my sister, my little sister, she was, I don't know, 3 years old or so, she fell from the cliff. And I heard him scream. I recognized the voice. I got up from my seat. And the teacher said, "Hey, Belotti." Belotti. "Sit down, where are you going?" I didn't even pay no attention to him. I walked right by him just like he wasn't even there. Isn't that something? When I went to pick up my sister.
Oh, okay.
She fell on the bottom of the cliff, and I carried her home. Luckily, she got bruised up, but she didn't get, she killed her
Was she
back.
smaller than you? She was,
Oh, she was a baby.
She was a
She
baby.
was like, I was only, I could have been about 8, 9, she was the fourth one. Yeah, she was a little young. Uncle Frank, he somehow, they were together, he fell, and anyway, I brought her home, and my mother started crying here and there. Then I went back to school. I kind of felt funny to go in, but you know what? The teacher didn't say, not a word to me. All it says, "How was my sister?"
Oh, he knew what was going on.
That's all it said.
He could see it when you picked her up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They saw me go out, because I went out, I didn't pay attention to him at all, just like, I never feared him.
Right.
From the scared, because I know that it's somewhat
Well,
bad.
his sister was more important in school at that time.
At the moment, that's right, because it was only from here to, the cliff was real close, you know.
The teacher saw it too, she probably.
Oh,
heard it.
yeah,
He
he saw
probably
it,
heard
he didn't say nothing, he only asked me how was your sister, he didn't say, how come you didn't listen to me when I told you to sit and you went right by me. He didn't say that. My mind was focused, that something bad happened out there, because I could tell on the scream.
Right.
You know what I mean? That something must have been happening. So I went, anyway, he was pretty good about that. And as far as school, I passed my grades real nice. No, I had the fourth class I done twice because I had surgery. And I didn't go there for a long time, then I didn't pass.
Yeah, you can ask questions about work now, not
Yeah.
just school.
Then,
'Cause you don't remember
regardless,
much.
throughout my school year, when my dad went there, they sold a lot of land, and my dad bought a lot of land. You know, maybe some this way, some that way. Land was given away from different people, you know, and regardless what time I get out of school, I would have to go where he was, whether he's there half a mile or 2 miles, whatever. After school, that was my job. Get everything ready, load up the mules, and then we'd come home, unload here and there, and take care of the mules in the stable, and eat supper, do your schoolwork, and go to work, and go to bed. That was my life. Steady.
Until 15.
Steady, till Fifth got him here. Go help him, and come home, eat supper, school, bed. I didn't know nothing else.
You know, once in a while you sneak to play and you got it.
Whenever I sneaked to play outside, I got it. He figured instead of wasting your time playing, you could do something.
That's too bad.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
So I never, because if you know I sneak out of the house, he would walk there, and when I see him, that's it, I come
Oh,
home.
you lost all your buttons, you said, from your shirt.
No, that was different.
I still was playing, I knew that would.
Well, yeah. Over there.
He broke his buttons, he put his buttons. Oh, I didn't get a licking, you don't listen.
No, what we're talking about, school business, yeah. Over there, instead of playing for money, they play for buttons, the kids, you know.
Yeah, right.
And then I had a few buttons, not many.
You told me.
Then little by little, I didn't run out, so I cut these off.
Oh, geez. No wonder you got licking.
That's what I said, he asked for it.
You asked for it, right?
Yeah, I cut these off. I had buttons to play, nobody would give me them. And, but anyway, we worked all the time, that's all it was. To tell you the truth, some of the work that I done there might have been hard, but I
You
enjoyed it.
look like you're sleeping if you close your eyes and.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, in a way. because I like the scenery, I like the valleys, the creeks, the rivers, beautiful trees, with beautiful, we had vineyards, we made grapes, olive groves, where we had all kinds of vegetables, all kinds. We planted wheat, everything you can imagine, everything. We used to, it was a lot of work, but somehow I was young, I didn't know any better, and I liked it, I didn't mind, no, yeah. Because my dad, he might have hit me in there, but he was proud of me, I could tell, because he said it when I left over here, that he had lost his right hand. I used to give him, oh yeah. And then it happened, I was getting, I don't know, 15 or that, 15 years old.
Yeah,
and,
but you did a lot before 15.
My mind, him and I've been talking about sending me over here, otherwise, if I go to the Army, I wouldn't have no more chance coming. Because over there, they call you, when you're a certain age, you go to the Army. Whether you like it or not, they just get a letter and you go.
I asked him when they put him on the pony, he had to go by the cemetery. All those little things you gotta tell when you're going through.
Which one is that?
I don't know, you told me that you had to go to a cemetery. You put your hair stood up, somebody told you.
Oh.
Those are all events that you, between 6 and 10 and 15.
Yeah, well,
Don't jump into the business of
we,
here, it's right there.
we trashed one time. No, but there was, my dad, there was nothing.
Tell me about the goat. The goat, they didn't take the goat.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Did you
No.
take the goat? They didn't take the goat. Or the cat.
That was over here, the cat.
That cat was over here, yeah.
Oh.
Well, where were we now? I gotta go back about,
Because I know.
70
he did a
some
lot.
years
He's
now,
speaking a
that's-
lot.
that's
That's
tough.
what I'm saying.
and
People
I
telling you
don't,
a
I
lot.
don't break that down in my mind every day, you know. It's
Yeah, when you
hard.
tell me to remember everything, and I don't wanna hear it, because I heard it so many times. I know your life,
Well, but,
better
yeah,
than
but,
I know my life.
wait now, please.
No.
I'm trying to make, in a rotation, but just one incident, it's easy to say. But when you gotta, you know, keep on going, it's a little bit different from one thing to another. And let's see, where was I? I forgot where I had.
Well, you can say the instances that happen, you know, like that ghost, something like that
Yeah,
ghost.
incidents you can say. You don't have to
What
be
about
funny.
that?
Well, the goat was like this, it happened that, how my dad was. You know, because now, many times I got many legacies because of the goat.
Open your eyes, Ralph.
The goat,
He's got a funny habit.
if you tied it with a rope, you know, a little bit too long, it would eat the little plant that you planted. I said that before, you know what, we used to plant olive trees, maybe from here to there, and you put a rope on a goat, so you gotta make sure that they don't reach that little plant.
Right.
Otherwise, they're gonna eat up because it's tender, and they like that. Okay, this one time, but then, he tied
He's
up.
taking a nap right now, Red. You know,
He tied,
excuse me,
oh,
but, Ralph, you better open your eyes now. Franco was telling me that.
Anyways, this time he tied the goat, and he ate the plant that I had planted. He got so mad. He said, "Get that goat and kill it, otherwise I'll kill you." He was mad when he seen that little plant gone. Oh, he was mad. So okay, cowboy style, I went and got a rope, made a loop, threw it over the tree branch, pull it out, and start pulling. The goat was up in the air, grasping for air. Just, you know, trying to breathe. It was dying.
Mhm.
He heard the noise. He turned around and, "What are you doing? Killing it. If she dies, I'll kill you." So either way, he had no chance.
You can't win.
He had no chance. Well, just a minute. He was out that way. Okay, now. Let's see now. Well, there's a lot of little things I can't remember.
Go ahead.
Okay,
He used to make
We
wine.
used to make wine, quite a bit of wine. I don't know about 5, 6, 7 barrels of wine, because we had the winery. What do you call it? Winery? The winery. And I remember there's a lot of work to keep those wines, you know, in good growing. And I remember when the harvest time, we used to go and pick grapes, and I would carry the grapes, maybe, you know, I would have a bushel full, back and forth, and maybe 2 or 3 would be picking and put on a grape, and I carry them, and I bring them maybe a half a block, not even half a block, but a half a block away, where we used to, there were two square made out of cement reservoirs like this. They were square, one higher and one lower. So we used to dump the grapes on this high one. They were about, I would say about 8 by 8. 8 by 8 on top, 8 by 8 on bottom. And then from the top one on the bottom there was a hole that they would drain inside of the other one. You know what I mean now? Two reservoirs,
Right.
like a step. One would drain inside the other one. Anyway, we used to throw the grapes in there. Okay, and we worked till about dark. Usually my grandpa, I used to like him. He was not my real grandpa. My grandma got remarried. But I liked him. He was a good guy. And we worked, okay, till late, then we ate a little bit. We didn't take our shoes off, stockings, roll our pants, go in there and swish, 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 jump around the grapes, jump on them to squash them with our feet. I seen I Like Lucy one time where she was trumping grapes. Same way. And now, when you go like that, oh, they see the bees. Oh, you pay no attention to the bees, just like flies. Get it. You're used to it.
Right.
That's his body. So, all this juice runs to the other reservoir in the bottom, like I stepped in the other one. Then, after we got done, I remember we went to sleep. You know, lay down a little bit. It was dark. We got done when it was dark. So, in a short time, he calls me. Hey, Rob, come on, you gotta make our trip home. You gotta make our trip home. Oh, okay. He had the barrels already full. It was just grape juice. Just a grape juice. They're in barrels. You put them in. I used to put them in barrels, and you put them in a mules. You know what I mean? On the side, one on one side, one on the other. So I had two mules. So okay, I left. Then I remember that one night particularly, it was so dark. I had to go down. We were way on the top of a mountain that way. I had to go way down the woods and everything like that to the bottom of the ravine down there. It was pitch black that I couldn't see nothing. I might as well close my eyes. But the mules, they knew the way. I was on top of one of them, you know. And when I went through the woods to go on top of the other side of the mountain, I didn't see a damn thing. Nothing. They knew where they were going. Okay, finally I got into a little town, it all cut. I knocked at the door. And I heard my dad and my were talking. How come when this kid, he called him when he was a mince kid, more or less. He's here at this hour. I got there at 11 o'clock. My grandpa must have went just to sleep like this. He woke up and he sent me. I had no sleep. Now, they want to send me back, otherwise my grandpa would be worried because why he ain't back. He didn't go back because I had to travel about a good hour. And yet they wanted me to sleep a little because I was a young kid. I was not They had no choice, they sent me back. Sent me back, and on top of that, you know what, I was going like this here. Sleep. And that's the way I got there. I didn't fall.
Jesus.
I didn't fall. Up and down, rocks, water.
I don't know where he knows where he's going, huh?
They know where they were going. They know where they were going. That's it. They couldn't. I couldn't see, but they know the way.
Wow.
They know the way, but they could. They know the way. That's it. I spent up there. That's it. And then, okay, for the time, then we worked the next day. We went back and forth. Okay, that part of it. Okay. But then I remember doing that, and it was quite an experience that night.
I can imagine.
Because I'll tell you why. On the way there and coming back, I had to pass right in the front of an old broken down convent. There was a convent that the earthquake broke down, you know. And there was a cemetery in the back, and you know, this convent was big. It was small, and the way was the way was right in the front of the convent. There was a statue there of St. Francis. You could see his eyes. I don't care which direction you look at him, he's looking at you. Now if you look from the side, he's looking at you. If you look over there, he's looking at you. If you look over there, he's looking at you. Any direction. I tell you, all alone during the night to go through there, I had the jitters. I had the jitters. If somebody would have said boo,
I've been all over.
oh yeah. Hey, I never got scared that way that I didn't hear no noise.
Boo.
Hey, that was scary. Because you're in the middle of the night, all by yourself, going by the cemetery and then broken down the convent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here what makes you scared, things like that. Them old ladies there, they used to tell you stories that get you scared. I'll tell you what, I'll give an example right now. When you pass a convent, then the convent was on the top of the mountain. Then you go down again. You know, the roads are this way, that way, woods and
Winding.
okay. And then there's another cliff before you get to the bottom. And she said to me, I met this woman one time. She said to me, Rafi, she says, you're gonna watch it because there's a ghost on the bottom of the mountain. Because so and so, a kid fell from the mountain and he died there. And there's a ghost there now all the time. Now, I had no fear going through there, but once she told me that,
Oh, sure.
I had a hard time going through it, but I had to.
That was a terrible thing to say to young kids.
Yeah, oh, they believe in a lot of that. Oh, I had a picture the night. She tells me there's a ghost there. But I had to.
How old were you then,
I-
Gramp?
What the heck? What could have been? Around the 9, right around there, 8, 9, 10, 11, right around that age. See, it was, okay. But over there, you start working from when you were able to walk.
Did you went to school the whole time from
Yeah, I
when you
was.
got there until you came here?
No, let's see, 14, 1 year and a half passed. No, 1 year and a half I was without school.
Okay.
I was done.
Oh, you've done it in a couple of years.
No, I was done in 4 years.
In 4 years. So about 10 years, 10, 11 years old, you were done with school.
Yeah, I was done because there was no more. You had to go maybe, let's say, more often, go to 4 next. Lucky, so kids never went to school.
So then at that age, you start working full time then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was my dad all the time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Full time, oh, sure. The morning, my job was all the time. You get up at maybe 4:30 in the morning, feed the animals, go to the stable, feed the animals, then come back. We eat a little bit, and as soon as we eat, we'll up the animals with the harness, and we'll leave for work.
So
And I didn't know when it was Monday, or Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, there was no, you keep on going, day in and day
So you
out.
had a farm, and you lived off of your farm, right?
We live off the farm, that's it, that's all they
Like
do
a
there,
farmer
live
here.
off your farm. Maybe on this section of town, more, and then, on a valley down there, maybe we had, olive groves, olives. Maybe that way we used to plant another section, on the other side of that town, we used to plant, maybe gardens. We had a big gardens, we used to make gardens. Other section, we used to plant grain and other, like, what do you call, peas and stuff like
So
that.
then actually you worked full-time like that, the whole family, just to eat, basically?
Yes. Big, now, if you, here the
Why
way it
don't you
was
go
over
pick
there.
and save or something, you know?
Here the way it was there. We all used to all do it. No, no. Everybody there worked on a farm and they lived. But there were some poor ones where they didn't have no property. They used to come and work for you.
Hmm.
I remember some guys got hired for 2 cents a day. 2 cents a day. All day long. Now, you live off the land. There was nothing else.
So like here, basically.
No.
on the farm,
You got too much of this. Let's say you had too much wheat, and I had too much oil, for instance. Well, we trade.
yeah. Mhm.
You know, in town, we trade. I'll give you so much, and you give me so much. And that's the way it is. And out of town, they used to come merchants. They used to sell stuff too, once in a while too. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay.
Yeah, they used to come all the time. Yeah. And we had one store where they used to butcher animal once in a while, and one clothing store, small, you know, but mostly goods. You make your own, and the school. Beside that, there was nothing else. One grocery store, if you want to call it a grocery store, because you can buy groceries there. It's always meat. The other stuff you make it yourself. Where they sell the meat, a place where you buy some goods to make clothes, and it's in school. Beside that, there was nothing. The first time I heard a talking machine that you crank it like that, somebody bought it from out of town. I was 12 years old. I never heard a piece of music. Never.
Mhm.
Never heard a piece of music. There was no radio. Forget television. There was no radio, no other entertainment whatsoever. No entertainment whatsoever. The only entertainment God is Christmas. We used to sing carols to go out and sing carols. I used to enjoy that.
Mhm.
I couldn't sing it in all my songs, many songs. But Christmas was a nice time. Nice time.
Yeah.
Over there, they're preparing ahead of time for Christmas. Not to buy presents. Present was out of the question. There was nobody bought presents there. Used to make beautiful meals. And if somebody didn't have any, you bring some to somebody else.
Mhm.
And we used to get ready way ahead of time for Christmas. And then Christmas Eve, if everybody made a nice supper, we had a nice supper. Then there was a custom in the front of the church. There was a space and a wall around it. We used to build a bonfire there. The bonfire was on all night long. Everybody used to go out and get wood, and you gotta watch your wood, otherwise somebody will swipe it and burn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they went on all night long, and people were up that night, and the kids, they go around singing carols from house to house, and maybe they give them a little oranges, apples, or they might eat something, and that's it. They go next house, and that was the only entertainment that I know. That was the only entertainment, no other.
I was gonna ask, you said about you had a store there, they sold meat and stuff for clothes and stuff. Where'd they get the money to buy the clothes? where the people get money to buy stuff.
Okay. Now, like I say, there were some people, you know, not well-to-do. I mean, they could afford it, and some didn't have it. Okay, now here's the thing. You sell the product, the thing that you made. You sell your oil, your grains.
Right.
They come from out of town. People used to come from out of town
Oh, I see, that's how you get the money to
to
buy.
buy maybe grain, oil, whatever, wines, and that they used to pay with money.
People from the city maybe.
Well, they used to come from it, yeah. Now, after I left, there used to be a truck, they used to come every twice a week with all kinds of things to eat, you know, even fresh fish from the, you know, they used to bring, and all kinds of, you know, other stuff. And you could buy, but out of town, they used to come out of town, and buy that stuff, and that's where you get the money.
But your dad, okay, he went there and started a farm, you know, to live, like a lot of people did in those days and back, you know, like even here in the United States. But did he have any farming experience to do that?
Oh, he was brought up.
Or he was brought up in a farm?
He was brought up. He didn't come here till he was about maybe 18 years old.
Okay, so he was brought up in it.
Yeah, he was brought up.
That's what I mean, if he was brought up in the city.
No. He was brought up there. He was brought in the same town.
Oh, okay.
Same town. You know all about
Because
it.
otherwise it would have been hard for him to do that.
No.
Experience.
But the thing is, when we first got there, we had too much work because we bought a lot of land and different places, and they were wild with the. What I mean, wild is that, you know, different trees, bushes, and that we had to clear it out because they were, you know, all kinds of woods.
Did your other brothers, after you came with you, like Uncle Frank and Sam, did you do all the work the same way?
They worked the same way.
Until they came here?
They worked the same way, no different way, same thing. They work hard because, no, Frank, for instance, now, he remembers more because he was close, what, to 30 years old? when he
Right.
came here. He done a lot of things that I would know.
Mhm.
See, this was only the period of 6 years that I was there. You know,
6.
6, 7 years at the most.
Well, you got there at 6 and you left at 15.
Yeah,
9 years, yeah.
9 years, something like that. Okay, even 9 years. In that period of 9 years,
Right.
you're growing up. You're young. When I got there, before I knew anything,
He's ready to leave.
it took me a long time. And then I had to learn the lingo.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to talk that lingo. I had to learn that. I forgot English because I was going to school here. I remember. But I used to talk with the kids when I go to school. When you go to school, you know how to talk, right? When I got there, I got in school. I didn't know nothing either. I had a hard time learning, but I learned pretty fast somehow. I can learn as fast. But I learned now.
What kind of chores did your mother have all day?
What kind of what?
Chores, you know, what your mom had.
Oh, you know, a woman's over there. She had a wash, she had a cook, but sometimes she used to come and help us outside and work. Oh yeah, many times the women go out and help.
How about your sisters when they were small? You got your,
Well, you see now the sisters, see, I left them all small.
so you don't know. Huh?
I don't know. See now, Frank knows more because he grew up when they got to be teenagers.
Right.
Because when I left, they were all 12, 13 years and down. You know what I mean? They weren't old enough, none of them. You know, they were more or less little kids.
Right.
And there's a lot of things here and there that I remember, but it don't mean none. But the most joyful part there was Christmas. Like I say, they had a beautiful feast. But I don't know if that's the only day or not. I don't remember now. But regardless, it was a holiday or not, because we take off from work Christmas, Easter, and Easter. I don't remember no how day we took off from work. Just those 2 days.
That's all there is, actually, I think.
Easter yeah, and I still remember in the afternoon I had to go and clean the stable load up, those big containers, put them on a mule of manure and bring them down by the garden, come back in the afternoon.
When you were doing all this, did you have any brothers helping you, or?
Yeah, but you see, yeah, they were helping. Tom used to help me.
Used to
Tom,
help
there
you,
was Sunday,
help
yeah, he
with
used
you.
to help me. But they do one thing, I do another, you know, there was so much to do. There was too much to do that, them days there was too much.
That's why you want a lot of kids, maybe.
Oh, I was against it, you know why? I was against having too many kids. I had to watch them on top of it.
You had to watch it.
Here's the way it was. If it happens, whenever somebody came over the house for a visit, my dad gave me an order. You watch all your brothers. If I hear they screaming, you're gonna get it. Now, they range from age from this to that to that.
Oh,
To that.
Jesus.
You know how hard it is to
10,
keep
12 kids.
Good kid.
And besides, I was 10 years old. I wasn't an old man. I was a kid myself. But I fear my dad because he told me you're gonna get it, and it happened. They used to squawk and moan here. When they went home, I got it. I got it. How am I gonna keep it?
No.
This is one time that I never saw my mom laugh so hard in my life. We were working out on a land. There were a lot of olive groves, olives, and there was a little woods. We were working there, and they were talking about kids, and then because my mama, I remember, I don't know who it was, she was in a family way, she was pregnant, and they were talking about the baby. We had enough, brother. We had enough. There was enough. I think in my mind, I heard that. I'm around 10, 11. I heard that, and I said, "Geez, I gotta watch one more."
Oh, jeez. That went through your mind, huh?
I said, "I gotta watch one more kid."
Oh, jeez.
Because I had to watch, because I used to get it from my brothers, because if they make noise, I get it. Anything they do, I get it because it was up to me to watch.
Did you ever try discipline? Did you ever tell them not to make noise?
Forget it. I mean, how? How are you gonna keep little kids quiet?
Your dad said that you should watch the boys. What about the girls?
Well, they were too little.
Oh, okay.
They were too little. They were too little. So, I don't know if I should say this or not. I'll say it anyway.
No, they don't have to show, they don't have to show that part.
Well, yeah, because I heard that. Then in my mind, I said, Jesus, I can watch one more kid, I get some more lickers. And I says, I come gonna have another baby.
To your mom?
And my dad, he wasn't here. I looked and said that. And I said, I never forgot that. I gotta say it, Alan. And I don't know, we were talking here, and I said, he said, come we gonna have another baby. I said, we've got 5 or 6 or 7 of them running around here. And I said, why did they come? My mama said something like that. And yeah, my dad went along. He went along with the family. Then I said to my dad, why don't you have yourself castrated?
Come on.
Honest to God. Mama started laughing for 1 hour. She couldn't stop laughing and laughing and laughing.
What'd your dad say?
And he laughed too. He laughed. He gave me a dirty look and brought me out. I gave him a couple
How
words.
did you know
But
about
he-
that?
Hey, no, we used to do that all the time to the animals.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah. We used to do that to the animals all the time, castrated.
That's funny.
Yeah, the reason I know this here, I was on a farm. Here, though, this was,
Yeah.
it must have been about 50 small pigs about like this. Small. And so here comes that farmer one morning in a bin. Says, okay, we gotta work on these. He called them what do you call it? A small pig. I don't know. I forgot now. All of a sudden.
I'm not a farmer.
Okay, we gotta get these little pigs and we gotta work on them. He said, work on them. That's what he said. I don't know what I meant by that. It was me and another kid about my age. I don't know if it was his son or whatever. So he said, okay, grab him and bring him over here. So they were squeaking, you know, they were howling. Grab one, give him by the ears, drag him over there. He puts the pig between his legs, he got a knife, castrated, and they fell off. And let him loose. Get another one! Blah, 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 blah. Got them all in. That was fun. I don't know how it happened. This kid and I was playing ball with him.
Oh, jeez.
I remember that. Playing
That's
ball with him.
terrible.
Oh, I tell you, yeah.
Yeah, but now that was over here, but you said you knew about
No,
that.
this was here. Yeah,
But you knew
no,
about
over there
it.
too, same thing. We used to do the same
So
thing.
you knew about it when you
Oh,
were
I
young.
know. I know about it. But he said we're gonna work on him. I don't know what he meant by that.
Oh, but if he was
That's right.
castrated. you
Oh
would know.
yeah, I know because we used to do that all the time, and Nelly, I remember that.
So you told your
some
dad.
animals.
So
Yeah,
you-
like an animal. An animal used to be castrated. But
Yeah.
you know what? You used to castrate. I used to sit over there, done.
Yeah. So your mom, you says, you know, why you got so
She
many kids?
laughed.
And then your dad says, so your
And
dad-
laughed. Oh boy, I tell you, she laughed. She couldn't stop laughing. I tell you.
How you saved you, once you get castrated, you said? How you
Yeah,
saved?
yeah. Once you get castrated, we had no more kids. Because he used to do that in the animal.
Oh, they knew the reason you said that, because you had a
Well,
watch.
yeah, they knew that. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. They knew that reason why. I figure if it works on an animal, it's even a human.
Oh, God.
I remember saying that. They
Really?
never brought me out or nothing. They give me a dirty look at my dad and I'd say, Mama, just laughing and that's it. Nothing else. Just laugh,
That
laugh,
would
laugh,
be
laugh,
funny.
laugh, laugh. Huh?
From a young person, that's funny.
Yeah, I was young, but I know about that. Because you're among animals over there, all kinds of animals.
But you were serious when you said it.
I was serious. I was.
That's the funny part.
Yeah, but I didn't want to take care of another kid.
You didn't mean it to mock him, you were serious.
Yeah. That's why my
Oh,
mom,
I bet
I
you-
tell you, I'll never forget that. I'll never
Tell
forget
him
that.
this. Did you tell him about when you went to hide every time you got a kid?
I went to hide.
Yeah, you said you went to hide all the time, every time you got one, that's how you started.
Yeah, I probably forgot that. I don't know. I used to, oh
You
boy,
went to hide.
I used to hide. I don't know. Say something.
Well, yeah,
A
I
little
mean,
headache.
The,
A little headache.
you said you woke up like, you get up to work on the farm like 4 o'clock every morning?
Well, 4:30.
There was no alarm clock. so,
4:30.
I mean, how did your dad wake up just automatically?
How my dad woke up?
Well, I mean, he woke up, woke you up, right?
My dad had a motto. He used to say, this is in Italian, 8 a letto means 8 o'clock to bed, 8 o'clock. So he go to bed at 8 o'clock. But you tell him, no alarm clock. You tell him, call me at 12 o'clock. Call me at 4. Call me at 3. He call you.
Oh, okay.
No alarm clock.
Internal alarm clock, huh?
No alarm clock. He go to bed. He go to bed
Your mom go to
8
bed too?
o'clock. No, she stay up a little bit longer. Yeah. 8 o'clock. He go to bed at 8 o'clock. And no, she stay up a little longer, you know, doing things around her. But any time you want to get up, he'll call you. I don't know how he used to do it. In figures, he never went to school. About some figures, he used to figure out his own way. He used to tell you the answer.
That's it.
I don't understand it. How he used to figure that out. He used to give you
It's
the
common
answer.
sense.
Maybe common sense, but he used to figure that out himself.
Did your mom get up with you at 4 o'clock? With you?
Oh, yeah.
You make you breakfast or what?
Yeah, when I come back from feeding the animals here and there, I used to eat, yeah. No, this kind of breakfast.
No,
maybe
but I mean.
over there, yeah. When they got older, then my brother Frank was telling me, she used to fry some stuff and cook some stuff for breakfast early in the morning. But in the beginning we didn't. You know, I remember we used to eat anything. I remember going to work, getting up, dressed up, get that thing ready. We ate breakfast while we were traveling with the mules down the valleys. You know what I had for breakfast? In this pocket, I had a piece of bread. In this pocket, I had a piece of sausage. And while I was on top of the mule, I eat that, and that was the breakfast.
Oh, so later on she made breakfast after you left probably.
No, my brother was a smart man all the time, maybe, yeah, but el arroz in there, but in the beginning, that's how we used to eat.
Uncle Frank said that he used to drink a glass of wine in the morning.
In the morning, but not all the time, yeah. As I got older, yes. As time went on, things changed. You know what I mean? Because when I got there was no electricity in the town, no running water, no gas. What else?
When you left, it was?
No, we got there.
Yeah.
When I left them, they put 3 fountains in the whole town. It was a mountain on the other side of us, big mountain, and somehow they closed in 2 mountains there and they made a river going there. I don't know where they got it from anyway. And there was a big tube coming down the mountain. They used to feed 7 little towns. We were the second one. And we used to get some fresh water from there. But when I left, so they made 3 fountains, that's all I remember. One they used to call a piazza, that's where everybody used to gather, shoot the breeze, the more people. And one in way at the bottom of the hill in the village, and one way on the top. And on 3, that's all there was. For light, we used to have we used to burn oil inside of the little glass with the tube, glass tube. That was the only light you had there. No electricity, no running water. See how hard it was? We had to pick up, always go after, we used to go to the rivers, fill up 2 barrels, load them on the mules, take them home, and put them in the kitchen. 2 barrels, 2 huge barrels. See, and that's how we used to have our water. For heat, we had a lot of wood. We used to bring wood home every night. Every night we come home. We never come home empty. Always load them up with wood. Bring them at home. We used to make your own bread. You used to make your own sauce. You used to make your own everything. You own everything. Then one thing that I remember, we had salt. We used to buy a block. It was hard, like a chunk of coal, a piece of coal. You break off a piece, you put it in a wooden glass, like with a little hammer, and smash it all up like that, and that's how we get the salt.
Oh.
But anything else we used to make ourselves. And not only that, they used to make a silk cloth over there too. We used to plant a silk, the seeds, and when they come up, they used to work it and make sheets out of it. We used to have a big thing that the woman used to go back and forth with
I've seen those, yeah.
Have you seen it? We had, I remember too, in our town, where the woman used to go back and forth and make cloth.
Right.
Make cloth, they used to make cloth, I remember. And the spin it on off, you ever seen the spin where a woman would go like this? The spin, you ever seen it in the
I
movie?
think
Huh?
so, yeah.
We had a lot of that over there. Oh yeah. And they used to make their own stuff over there. You survived just by a land. There was no outside world when I first got there. Now it's changed. Now the town got at least, they tell me, 4 or 5 times bigger. The old town is left alone. Hardly nobody stays there. They went down in a lower place where there's a highway, more or less a highway, more or less, yeah. And everybody built alongside that highway. And it extends for, oh boy, maybe a mile and a half or 2 or more. Or more, yeah. And that's the way they started.
You said your dad came here when he was 18?
Yeah.
Why did he come here, do you know? From Italy?
Well, there was a quota, maybe, there was a quota that it was allowed to come over here, you know. They allowed so many people to come. They used to, they need a lot of manual labor.
Well, he was part of the big immigration that came here. Yeah, probably.
You know,
With his parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember, see, now it's a lot of things automated, you don't need all that. But them days you need all those guys.
Did he come over alone or with his parents?
No, he must have came alone, no, because no, my grandma never went. And my grandpa, he died, I never knew my grandpa. Huh?
Or she could do. It's her sister.
Well, I tell you why, because it's Lawrence and Rose. Okay, she was the reason she came here. Poirier, Lawrence Poirier. That's James Poirier's dad. Somehow he came to this country at one time. Then I don't know how he got here. Then he went back. Then when he went back, he married my Aunt Rose. My Aunt Rose.
Oh.
And then that's how he came to come over here, because he got, he went over there and married her. And what else? Because I got a headache.
Well, no, I mean, he just came here himself, not with his parents. So then he went
No,
back.
no, with himself.
Then when he went back, he must have been like 34, 35, right?
When you mean now when we left?
Yeah,
He, like I said before, he went first.
he went first for about a year or two.
Yeah, he built that house, and then we went back. The real reason why he went back, I don't know, for sure. But my mom used to tell me that his doctor, he had a pain in his low bladder here. He says you better change the climate here and there. So that's why my mom told me that to change climate, we went back over there, because it's a better climate than here, right here.
Right.
It's warmer, it's more, more. That's the only reason I know that he went back.
But if you would have stayed
But it
here,
was a shame that we went back.
Yeah,
Four of us were born here.
right.
My mom knew the lingo. She was 6 months when she came here. She knew the lingo good. She didn't go to school, but she knows the lingo good. I mean, I started talking,
Yeah,
And
you didn't know nothing about farming then.
when I went there, I was
Well, if you would have stayed here, you would have known.
oh,
anything.
no, not a thing, not a thing, no, not a thing. No, and it was sad, now that I think back, that we all had to go there. I had just started school,
Mhm.
maybe a year and a half. And we were all little. We had to leave, four of us. It was a shame if we had to go over there.
Yeah, because you lowered your standard of living by going up there.
And there, it was a different world. Them days, we are now, like I say, got modernized, but that was ancient. When we went there, it was ancient. What I see, when I see that movie, King of Kings, or the other one, that I see those animals doing things, working in the fields and this and that. Same thing over there, there was no difference.
It was like that here when we first came to America.
Yeah, but I mean, I saw it, I've been in it.
Right.
I've been in it.
Mhm.
We used to trash out in the field like the worse than was in there. You know how we used to thrash wheat? We used to plant a lot of wheat. We used to find a location where the soil was hard, like a clayish clay. And we'd clean it out, real smooth, a big area. And clean it out real smooth, put water in there so it gets hard like a clay. Okay. After it dried, when we done trashing, we used to bring the wheat over there. It was in bundles. And we used to have, get 3 oxes to go around and around and around to stop beat all the hay, the dry wheat. When it was more or less them beat real good, that the grain come out of the husk. Okay, then we wait for the wind. How primitive it was. We wait for the wind. And with forks, we start from one corner and blow like this and pitch it against the wind. The wind would blow the stump of the wheat away,
I see.
and the grain would fall on this side.
Mhm.
Because the grain was small and a little heavy, and it falls that way. But the other one, the hay would fall that way. And we go back and forth, wait for the wind, back and forth until we get the all wheat. Took a lot of work. That's how we used to trash. That's primitive.
Yeah.
That's primitive. Then we put them in sacks, run them in a mule, and take them home.
That's probably how you did it for 1,000 years over there.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I remember all that stuff. I'd done all that stuff.
Mhm.
I'd done all that stuff, and I remember. And when we used to trash like that, we had to live, we always stay there and, out, we sleep out, we don't go home to sleep. We sleep out, outside. And I remember one time, my boy, it was this a place kind of far from town. My dad had to come home because we owned a mill at that time. It was partnership with a mill where we ground wheat. It was half and half with my uncle. And Frank knows all about that mill because he worked on it. And so I had to sleep along with another little brother. I don't know if his son was Tom, out in a lonely, isolated spot. And I was afraid of wolves because there were wolves around. So I remember that my dad left and says, okay, you watch, okay, I watch, all right. So that night I remember we made a bundle of straw. We went underneath, hide ourselves, you know. And I had a nice hatchet. It was a beautiful hatchet. And it was handy with it. I could throw the thing on a tree almost every time. Not many times I miss. But with that hatchet, because we used to do it all the time, with the hatchet I felt secure. Can you imagine that? Not a gun, a shotgun from the wolves.
The hatchet.
A hatchet. I felt somehow it gave me a little bit of security. Right. Not much, but a little bit of security. So we go underneath there. And then during the night, I could hear the mules when they walk. One time they go brrr, the mules. I know my dad was coming. He come by me about 3 o'clock in the morning. Then we load up some stuff and he go back. And it was towards the morning. We worked there. Whatever food we had, that bread or salami, we eat and then keep on working. And that's it.
How do you get water?
Water. Oh, we had a barrel.
Oh.
Warm.
Oh, yeah, water.
But you didn't care. There was water.
Right.
We had a barrel of water.
Oh,
barrel.
okay.
Yeah, barrel of water all the time. Oh yeah, you always had a barrel. And sometimes you tip it like that and you drink. Well, it was warm enough, you didn't care because it was water. We didn't care.
Did you drink your 8 glasses a day?
Well, we didn't go for it. When we get mighty thirsty, then
You didn't keep track, huh?
it would take track. No, there was a lot of events.
What happened with the wolf, Gramp, when you had the...
When
Did the wolf come at night when you were...
No. Well, they were around that part of the country.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But, you know, when you go to sleep and you're a kid, about 12 years old, 13 or 11, whatever it was, you're scared.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're all alone in the wilderness.
Yeah,
It was wild.
Yeah, if you were 18 years old, you'd be different.
It's wild, that time was wild, there was all kinds of animals. You know, no tigers or lions or anything like that, but other stuff. But but wolves, yes. And you're scared.
Yes.
I was.
Yes.
But I never heard one or.
Some to eat.
Hey, Gramp, can I just ask you a couple things, and then we'll take a little... Yeah. Then we'll just take a little break. Can you just say the name of the town in Italy and where it was in Italy?
It was in Calabria,
Mm-hmm.
province of Catanzaro, province, next state. The name of the town was Rocca Bernarda.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
I got the picture of
They
it.
still kept the same name.
You
even
seen
though-
the picture, did
Right,
you?
right,
Up on the hill?
yeah. They still kept the same name of the town, even though.
Oh, never changed,
Mm.
never changed. Them houses were made not of cement, clay and stones. Clay and stones, no cement then. Cement came later. Yeah. All those houses were made out of clay.
Yeah,
Must have been a good clay because they held pretty good.
I did.
And you know, in the roofs, all of them. Did you ever look at St. Catherine Hospital? Did you ever look at that roof?
No, I've seen it.
Never did? How, it's made out of those,
Oh,
You said that last time, already.
yes.
Yeah. All that,
Oh,
no other roof, just that.
Hmm.
What do you call that, more or less?
Sure, maybe.
You seen them.
Yeah, I've seen
It's
it.
if you go by St. Catherine Hospital, look at the roof of St. Catherine Hospital.
Uh-huh.
And that's where all the roofs were over there. There was no other. That's it. And over there, they don't make like a front room, and then 2 big rooms. Everybody sleeps in there and everybody eats in there. Some places they had 1 room. You sleep over there and you eat over there.
Well, where did your mom and dad have time to have kids if they're all in one room?
They had, no, we had 3 rooms. We had 2 big rooms.
Yeah.
We had 2 big rooms. Then we extended, they put another one there, let's see. One room there was 2 big beds. We used to sleep, and I remember the kids. I don't know.
Did your dad build the extension?
No, the extension is this. Now, actually, we didn't build an extension. We were tied with my grandma. In other words, we were wall and wall. You know what I mean? Like, this house, this wall would be the wall of that house. We were joining.
Oh, I see.
All they had to do is cut a door, and we had another room there, let's see.
I see. Yeah.
We had another room, and we slept, the kids slept in a big room, and we had 1 long kitchen, narrow and long like this, fireplace in the corner, that's where we used to cook, in the fireplace. And a table in the middle, and all the tools in a corner over there. Tools. You walk outside, boots, shoes, everything piled over there. And a fireplace here, and the wood was piled up. And the wood was, a lot of wood over there to feed the fireplace, and that's it. And when we went there, right here was in the kitchen. Now there's a table, there's a fireplace, there's a wood, there's a tools in the corner, you walk outside, shoes and whatever you got. Right here, there's a stairway going up in the attic, which in the attic was nothing. Under the stairs, there were shelves. We had chickens. They used to come, that would be outside. They used to come from outside, they know just where to go. They used to come from outside and crawl underneath the steps, under the stairs, under the shelves, under the steps. That's where we had our chickens. And our water was underneath there. I remember that. Underneath, the barrels of water were underneath. That's how it was with it. Primitive, I'm telling you. You never, if you would see it, you wouldn't believe it. That's how it was there. We had chicken in the house, and I wanted to go right out.
Your dad didn't mind the chickens being there?
We had no place to put them. We used to eat them.
Right.
They grow up and eat them, grow up and eat them, grow up and eat them, you know. We had chicks, little chicks. We used to put our name on an egg. This is mine, that's yours, when they used to hatch. And then yours hatch, and it'd be a little chicken after a while. In no time, then you eat it.
That's it.
Well, yeah, that's it. And we had that, and when I first got there, pigs and hogs. They're running around outside just like a squirrel does now, or a dog does now. They used to run around. Pigs.
Those are your pigs though, right?
Oh, no, the whole town, yeah. You got, maybe you raise the pigs. They'd be free to roam around whatever they want. You should see the poop all over the place.
I can imagine.
Then, when I left the pest and ordinance, you had to have so many feet from the city, so many feet. Okay, but when I got there, they stay there. Then, and that's where they sleep around outside alongside your step. That's where they stay. That you raise your pig, and then in January you kill them, and you make sausage and all that stuff. That was another big event, making all that.
Did they have mice and rats like that over there too, or did they just?
Oh yeah, we had mice. You pay no attention. They're too hard to make around with.
You couldn't eat them, so you just don't
Yeah,
bother
but
them.
you don't make around with them. You just kill them and you just put them on the side.
Well, I mean, were there mice in the house that you lived in there? One room?
You know, I didn't pay too much attention. Well, I know we had sewage, we used to call them. We had mice.
You had to.
But I didn't pay no attention to them. They're a little squirt. I mean, we didn't pay attention.
That's, I mean, an open field, no rats or nothing.
Rats, oh yeah, there must be two, yeah, but how they call rats? Suijuli, yeah, they had them. But we pay no attention to them. They don't mean like flies. Hey, get out of here, get out of here.
Boy, sure, I can tell I wasn't brought up on a farm.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, I'd be screaming right down the street. The rat.
Me too.
Hey, Graham, just before, one last thing before we end this part, can I just ask you?
Yeah.
You know, you told me once before that Rocca, you know, your time there in Italy was like a golden time for you, you know, like...
Yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah.
Why would you say so? I mean, why?
Well, I tell you, I enjoyed what I was doing, even though I had to work hard. I enjoyed the scenery. I enjoyed the scenery was beautiful. I mean, the rivers, the woods, the cliffs, the mountains, and I enjoyed just being there. I didn't mind. I didn't mind that up there.
If you were born and raised, if you grew up here in Kenosha, then you might not like it as much.
I was raised, born
Yeah.
here. I went there, but somehow I began to like it, and
Right.
that's it. So, to me, here, just like I never lived. I remember things here, but just like I never lived. My life was there.
Right.
Somehow my life was there.
Because you're too young when you went there.
Yeah, I was too young. That's it. I didn't realize nothing. But see, the period that I was a teenager, it happened to be just the period I was there, and somehow that's how I got. I was brought up, and I didn't mind. I didn't mind.
One more quick one. When you came here, then you worked at like in summers by a farm, so you just fit right in, you know, right?
Oh, that's why they kept me.
I mean, they knew you worked on a
Them
farm.
days, it was during a big depression. You couldn't get a job if you hang yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, remember Dominic Jardine? He was working on a farm. And I asked him, see if he give me a job there, because he can't forget it. And I said, he tried, after a long time, said, all right, we'll give him a try, because they used to try a lot of guys. They were waiting for them to let them go.
Did they know you from Italy though on a farm?
No, huh?
Did they know you came from Italy?
Well, he must have told them.
Oh.
And I said, I don't know, after maybe a long time, we give him a try. He said, he told me, hey, you work over there. They kept me. They kept me.
You felt right at home, huh?
They kept me because I was used to that kind of work. I was used to that kind of work, and they kept me. And that's it. So that's why I stayed on a farm. And the reason I stopped on a farm is the farmer himself committed suicide because he lost a lot of money in the stock market. In 1930, it was a depression. Everything went down. He had money invested, I guess. He lost that. He couldn't take it, I guess, and then bang. And that's it. His name was Rasmussen. It was right between the two tracks in Summers. He had some daughters, two shed. I can still picture the way it was. Yeah, Rasmussen. He was good, Rasmussen himself. But then, because he had 5, 6 farms, he had a farm in the north, west, south, west, all over. He had a boss, like, his name was Chris Jensen. He used to go around and look at, people working there. But he was a son of a gun. He was hard. He was a hard guy. But not Rasmussen himself. Although he was hard, I always obeyed him and done whatever done. But everybody used to talk against him, how he hated his guts, because he was a tough guy. Hard, no consideration for nothing. There ain't no such thing.
Right.
He was that kind of a guy. But you had no choice. You had no choice. If you want a couple of bucks, that's where you stay. And I remember at the beginning when I started there. How is it?
That's when I go, I don't know, yawn or
On Memorial Day,
take a deep breath.
big holidays, and then Dominic and I, we used to work, if we wanna work $2 a day. $2 a day, we kept on working. $2 to us seemed like a lot of money then, and it was a lot of money. $2 a day. When you ain't got none, $2 is $2. Them days, you could buy a lot more than you can now.
Oh, of course.
You know, but $2 is a lot of money. So we worked for $2 a day. I remember Labor Day, Memorial Day, all that, we worked. Keep on working all the time. And never that life. I gotta go up.
Yeah, okay. Stop for
Oh, well, to look at.
Hi there, it's me again. Now it's April 11th, 1997,
Day after my birthday.
a day after my dad's birthday and Dave's grandpa's birthday, and my ma's husband's birthday.
Oh,
I mean, ma's husband, whatever. And if you notice, I haven't got my Packer shirt on today because I work today, but it'll be on tomorrow. So I don't want to steal the show here, but I think we left off last time. My dad came from Italy and he landed here in the States. He came here in a ship. So we're going to kind of pick up from then, you know, what happened after he landed and what he did after that, you know. Until yours truly came along. So that's so.
Ask the question.
So keep
Yeah.
going.
I can't.
Yeah, we want to talk about the Cubs now.
No Cubs.
But,
Because the Cubs, it's a sure bet. I'll take the bet any day.
You take that. And this is a private. Anyway, you went to Italy and at 15 years old you took the boat back to America, and
No, yeah, I was sent.
you were sent back to
You
America.
just said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
So now you landed in New York
Yeah, oh, yes.
with the boat, not the plane.
Oh, yeah,
You
with a
docked
boat.
in New York.
It was a long trip too. Them days used to take a long time.
A couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
In the ocean, yeah.
Okay, if you want to say anything of what happened on the boat on the way here, if you remember.
No, he
anything.
said that. He said about.
On the way here, I mean.
On
the way here.
Okay.
Then either that or you pick it up after you landed. You know where you went. You know who you lived with a little bit, and then I guess you went to something like CC camp, whatever that is. You know.
You asked the question.
Okay, so do you have anything went on when you on the boat coming here to America? Any event that you can remember? Like remember when you were going there, you were in the bow of the boat and all that.
That's going there.
Going there, but coming back.
Well, coming back, like, I remember, okay. I'll start from Naples.
No, you landed here. Never forget Naples.
Is that where you ate the
I
fish?
start from Naples where,
Is that where you ate the fish?
yeah, I had to get that ship.
Okay.
It was called Conde Biancamano. It was a big ship.
That's the one we came in. Conte Pantalone.
Really? Maybe that's the only ship they had.
No, they had, no.
I know, but ours was in it too.
And I remember we were at a hotel when my dad, and then we had to go to the port. To the port. So we went in a streetcar more or less. You know, we were all in a streetcar. Remember, we were like sardines, people in there like that. And, okay, we got to the port, but it was far away yet to the, you know, we had to go by the ship. So there was another little bus there to bring us there after we got off the streetcar. And we got in. And my dad wasn't going to come in. They won't let him in because he had no papers. Just those that, you know, they were leaving, you know.
Right.
So I didn't even say goodbye to him.
Okay.
He didn't see me. Yeah, he took it up bad because when we went in to this small bus from the streetcar, the other people that could go in there, those that were leaving. See? And so he was left behind. I tried to look. I didn't see nothing no more.
Oh.
I didn't even see my dad when we left.
If you known that, he would have said goodbye before.
Oh, well, yeah,
Yeah.
if he took for granted he come to the ship, by the ship.
Right.
But he couldn't do that, that's it. So all I remember on the ship, yeah, okay, going into the ship. It was a big thing. And they took me down where my room was, you know, my room. They gave me a room in there. And, okay, then I went upstairs again and on deck to look, you know, towards shore, see if I see my dad. A lot of people there, but I couldn't recognize nobody there. He took a bad though because they didn't see, you know, he didn't see. Okay. All I remember, then, they gave me this room. That was my room number. Cabin they call it at the time, cabin. Okay, that was my room.
You took it to yourself.
And, yeah, I gotta think on it because I don't. After about an hour, a guy come over and he says, "See, you wanna go sleep over there? Because, you know, there's a family here with 3 or 4 kids, you know, I mean, they need this room here, and you be just as good over there. You wanna go there? You mind going over there?" To me, as long as I sleep, it doesn't make any difference. So, I give my room to them, and I went over there. I don't know if I had a sign or not, I don't remember. I went there. Their room was taken. It was taken.
Yeah.
So it was another young kid, about my age, a little bit bigger anyway. So we had the same bed number. So we slept together. Feet and head and feet. I sleep by his feet, he sleep by my feet.
No kidding.
That's how we slept.
Was he Italian?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, we talked to him, but we didn't like each other because we got that same bed. And we didn't like each other.
Oh,
And that's why I came out. Feet and head.
for 2 weeks or 3, for the whole
Well,
time?
the whole trip.
Oh my God.
Okay, then I remember going out, getting up. People were thrown all over the place. You go and eat, they had big long tables. And each person had a bottle of wine. Each person. They put a bottle of wine. I never touched that wine. All in 3 weeks I was there. My bottle was not even open.
You learned at a young age.
Huh?
You learned at a young age.
I didn't even pull the cork out in one bottle.
Is there any proof of this?
Huh?
Is there any proof that you don't drink any wine?
Yeah, I
Okay, I just wondered.
I got the proof. To begin with, I was half stoned because I wasn't used to this shit. Because they moved, and they moved little by little, then I got me. So, you know, I got time, but I got sick, I didn't feel good here and there. And somebody said to me, well, stay in the middle of the ship.
I'm gonna see my glasses.
You know, because when the ship rocks, if you're here, you bounce more.
Right.
If you're in the back, you also bounce more. But in the middle, you see that difference, he said to me?
That's right.
So that's where I used to hang around a lot in the middle of the ship. And there was a lot of people laying down on the floor, puking all over. And that's where I stayed all the time. A big storm, I wish I had a picture of that. A big storm came. And I remember going towards, I walked the time towards the bow. And that ship, when I go down with a front, you could see a mountain of water coming at you.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, honest to God, a mountain of water coming at you. By the time you got there, though, the ship rose.
Boy, that was really doing that.
Hey, I tell ya, you go down, you stay there. All of a sudden, you go down, and there's another mountain coming.
Oh,
A mountain. And all of a sudden, when you get reach to the bottom, you could see it climbing the mountain like this there.
That was interesting to watch if you weren't.
And the waves were hitting the point of the ship, and it just splashed like this. Boom.
I bet that intrigued you though.
Huh?
I bet that intrigued you.
Yeah, I was young. It didn't scare me. It would scare me now.
Yeah, but I mean at the time it intrigued you, like, wow, look at that.
Oh, wow, and right. Oh, I wish I knew. I didn't know what a camera was. I could take picture of it. because when the wave used to hit, it used to hit. It
Yeah.
used to hit the bow and it split that thing, part of it. And the water would come along the deck.
How long did it last? Like a long time?
We had a good few hours of that. And I remember that. I remember looking at, a few things I remember. Looking through the portholes, and I think they were dolphins. They were big, like this. They follow the ship a long ways because they throw garbage and they eat on garbage.
Ah.
See, and you could see them going, just vibrating. The ship is going. You look down, you see them fish go brrrr, following the ship.
Because they know.
Huh?
They know the garbage might be
Yeah, they eat the garbage, and all they do is quiver like. You see them in the water, they're quivering, and they keep up with the ship. They used to go over the ship, because you could see them. Hey, they were like this. They were little. Okay, then I don't remember too much. But this guy was sleeping together. We never got along.
Or you
Because
talk,
we
you
didn't
didn't
like
see him
to
during the daytime or nothing?
Just no, not that time.
You saw nothing at night.
Because he had to sleep with me, I had to sleep with him. We didn't like each other.
I mean, he could have been a nice
I had
guy,
a-
you don't know.
I had to smell his feet. He had to smell my feet. You know what I mean? And I remember there was a calendar there where they used to mark the days that we traveled. How many days left. I remember eating at that time. I wasn't even hungry. And that's why I don't remember.
But that was a big vacation for you, because you're working on the farm, and all of a sudden you're doing nothing for 3 weeks.
Oh, I know it. I was lost.
Yeah.
There's not that I was lost,
Yeah.
but it was an adventure. I mean,
Mhm.
I was all by myself. I didn't know nobody on the boat.
You're right.
It was hard.
That kid that probably didn't need it, that other guy that.
Yeah, he didn't either. So I didn't know no one. No one. I don't think I spoke to anyone because I didn't know anybody. Maybe I did a little bit, but what could I say? I mean,
What could I say?
what could I say to them? Where are you going? Here and there.
Yeah, hi, how are you? Are you from, where you going in America?
When you come from the, when
What
you
could
come
I
from the
say?
hills,
What could
when you
I
come
say?
from the hills, and you're a kid,
You have nothing to say.
and I was more or less a bashful type, I didn't make any conversation.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, I just asked you.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
I just
You have
was
nothing
there.
to say.
I was like a dummy there. I stayed by myself and that's it.
You have
That's all.
nothing to say, that's it.
I look at the sky, I wait when we're gonna eat, and I watch so I don't sip some of the puke down the floor, and that's it. And I don't remember too much when we got in New York. Isn't that funny?
Not too much, huh?
No, I don't remember that somehow when we got to a port. But I remember then, we going file, and we got another little boat, and we traveled inland. I don't know why, New York. We got another little boat from there, and then we went, to the station.
Yeah. Did they set you up? Okay, you went to New York.
Yeah, they brought us there like a bunch of sheep to the station or like that. And there, I remember there was a lady, and she talked to me, but it must have been in English. I didn't even answer her. I don't know what she was saying. So they got somebody else, and to talk to where I was going. Then they wanted to give my papers. They didn't give them the papers. And all I know, they went in the office, and when they come back, they pinned some stuff on me. They said, "Don't leave this on all the time." They told me in Italian. Lascia stare questo, questa carta è qua. Okay. And I don't remember taking the train from New York, but I remember traveling through Pennsylvania and like in all them states, coming here. It took a long time. To me, it was a long time.
How do you know you gotta go to Kenosha? Did you told them, or?
They knew. I was a package.
What was on your
I
passport? or
came as a package, you understand?
something? You have nothing to say about nothing.
I came as a, no, they took, hey, when you send for something, they look at the stamp at the address and that's it, they bring it there.
You just for a package.
A package.
Well, your mom and dad set everything up then.
It was all set up, because I couldn't speak. I don't know where I had to go. I was just there.
The only memories you had was Kenosha, you knew Kenosha, that you had to get there.
No, they were not know, you know,
Mhm.
the book and this and that, my papers and that, they read the paper. By reading, they know where I was going. They knew where I was going. I didn't.
Did you know the name Kenosha though?
Oh, yeah, Kenosha.
In case you ended
Yeah,
up in
Kenosha.
Chicago or
Yeah,
something, you would have said
Kenosha.
Kenosha.
And so, that's it. That's the way I stayed. I remember being in Chicago when we came here. One lady come and got me. Come and got me. Come with me. I didn't understand what happened with her. She made all the papers and then she smiled, you know, and she pinned a couple of more things on my
Package.
chest. Yeah, I said, hey. So you read. And they put me on a train. They went to put me on a train. See? And I see her talking to the conductor. This lady here, conductor. I don't know what they were talking about. So I was there like a junk mail.
They don't do that nowadays.
I remember the junk mail. I remember now that I think about it. Because I was just there.
Just a package, it says.
They tell me what to do and that's it. I done it. They could have took me anywhere they wanted. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
And you didn't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing. They just looked at me and read what I had on my chest and that's it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay, all I remember, the trip was long from New York to Kenosha. Somehow it was long.
Mhm.
And then I remember, before we got to Kenosha, I see that conductor, he walked by me, he looked at me, he smiled a little bit, and he says, you, Nick, you get off. He must have told me to get
Oh,
off.
because he knew he got
Yeah, yeah, next, you know, get off. He was like, I had an idea, maybe he means he wants me to get off, you know. And when the train was ready to stop, he come and got me. Come and got me. He rubbed me on the door. Oh yeah, yes, you do that any page. I went outside.
Now what? Nobody to help you.
I went outside. I didn't know where I was.
You're over here.
I didn't know
what's
nobody
taking-
there. I went outside.
Oh, jeez.
I seen two guys walking, coming by the train, because they were lined up. Because I got off here and I see some guys walking this way. And it was that, you remember the Nick Winter?
Yeah.
And the other guy was a cousin of his. See, they came with a car
To pick you up.
to pick me up.
Well, everything was organized.
It was, oh yeah, ahead of time, oh yeah.
They knew exactly what
They
time
were
you're
waiting
coming
for
in.
me. I don't know if they were waiting or not. I mean, I just got up there and that's it. Here I was. To me, I could have stayed there and I was lost and that's it.
Mhm.
And yeah, they spotted me and they come and got me. They put me in a car, they talked a little bit. I don't know what
You knew who they were?
Huh?
You knew who they were?
No.
Oh. They introduced themselves? and then-
Oh, they talked to me in Italian.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, he was and, no, we're gonna go by your Aunt Rose. And
Oh, okay.
Then I put on, you know, they know.
You knew you had to go back.
I wasn't scared that, you know, they were gonna do it. I didn't have no fear or
Right.
anything, but it was, I mean, I trusted them somehow.
Mhm.
I don't know. But the way they talked to me, yeah, it convinced me that they were picking me up, you know what I mean. They put me in a car, and I remember going up on 57th Street, that's where we're, 21st, right on the corner there. Well, get in the house, we go in the house, she was getting in my hand a kiss of whoever was there, and she had a little bit to eat for me, and I ate.
You saw your house? You saw your house that you grew up in? When you first got
No,
here?
the next one here, there was a saloon store there, that's where they lived, yeah. 2 houses this way.
Did you look for your house that you lived in, that you remembered, you said?
Oh, after I did.
Oh, okay.
After I did, yeah, because my grandma Russo was still living here. There was my uncle Frank Russo and all my cousins in Kenosha. They were all living there. They were about my age.
From your mom's side?
On my mom's side, they were all there yet. All there. All of them. They were all young people. And my aunt was there. Terabasi's store was right there across the street, right, that little store in the corner. There was Terabasi grocery store at one time. See, you don't know that.
No.
Nobody knows, but I remember Terabasi. He lived in the back of that. That store. There was another house. See, yeah, Terabasi, that's where he lived years ago. Before he started his business, the Great Depression. And I remember, okay, that thing, I suppose I went to bed naturally and get up next morning and my aunt, when I told her to look in the suitcase, and she went through my suitcase. She found something that she had sent for her as a present, and some of my cousins over there. And that's it, as far as just getting there. Then, I stayed for a while. Then,
You said it didn't work out or something there, you wanted to move
no,
on?
I think it was this. After I got there, it was in '29. That's the time that the Depression started. There was the worst depression the United States had. People were getting let off left and right. But, no, when I first got there, Nick Yaquenta married my cousin,
Annie, she's your
Annie,
godmother.
Annie. He says, I'm gonna try to get you a job, he said to me. And Vincent McCall, because he worked there a long time, and he was like a straw boss there. Yeah, he told me that, trying to get you a job. And not even within 2 weeks, they start laying off.
No,
Laying off. And I asked him, Nick, I said, oh, I said, Ralph, I don't know, they're taking people out. They're laying off people. Oh, jeez. And things got worse. Not only they were laying off, even other factories were laying off. People lost homes. I remember, within a short time, not even a year. I don't know how many people in that block lost homes. And you know what they used to do them days? They used to get a form and pin it on a telephone pole. And you can read whatever house was lost, from lost, on a telephone pole. Cowboy style, Western style. They used to put it on a post, whoever lost their homes. People had lost their homes later on because they couldn't even pay the tax. Forget the principal, the tax.
If they paid the tax, they could have kept it probably. Maybe.
You just keep on paying the tax, you couldn't pay the tax. That's how hard it was. People were lucky if they were working 2 days a week, just enough to buy groceries. Enough to buy groceries. So then, the reason I got that birth certificate, because I know I could get a job, see if the city would help my uncle pay a little bit of my board and room. You know what I mean? Because they were poor. I gotta admit that. It was tough. They had 4 kids of their own. I got there, that's another mouth to feed. So we try to go by the city if they could help me. So a little bit for groceries and stuff. So that's the reason I got that, like I said, that birth certificate. We went there and they didn't give me none.
No?
How come they didn't? They won't give me no relief. I don't know why. The reason I don't know. Then, okay, then I started, as long as you like this, okay, trying to go to school a little bit. So I went to French school again. I went to French school before I left, and when I came back. But when I came back, long side of the school, there were some portables. They're not there no more. They built another building. And I remember sitting in class, there were little kids there. I was almost 16 years old. I was sitting on a chair by the desk of that teacher. I didn't know what they were talking about. She used to tell me some, you know, I mean, I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't start from scratch, because you gotta start from scratch. Them kids were already, let's see, fourth grade or whatever, you know, and I didn't know, I didn't learn nothing, I'll tell you the truth. And her name is McHugh, Mrs. McHugh, they used to call her. I still remember, I don't know why I remember, but I do.
How long did you go to school there?
It was just months, not much. In my mind, I know I had to get a job. In my mind, I know I had to get some money to pay for my board and room. I know this. So, where my uncle lived, upstairs he had 4 empty rooms. He had a store now, because nobody bought anything there, because he had nothing. He had nothing in there. But anyway, 4 empty rooms. And do you remember the Dominic Jardine?
Mm-hmm. 22nd Avenue lived there.
They came in and asked my aunt if they could live upstairs. They were young people then.
Well, naturally we have people.
Yeah, you know, they had Junior, no, he's 6 years old. Junior wasn't even born, or was he
I
born?
like your very young people then.
Yeah, well, naturally, they were, okay. So, I don't know how he got to work on a farm. And then I asked him, you work on a farm? I said, Dominic said, yes. He said, if you can give me a job there. I'll ask. It took a couple of weeks. And then he says, okay, he says, tomorrow, you come tomorrow. See, because we live right in the same house, upstairs. I went there just to try me out. No, yeah, the boss saw me there. It was in Truesdale, that's where I went, Truesdale. I went by the house, he looked at me, and he asked a few questions, and I could hardly answer them.
Did you understand him, or?
Very little. But you know, I went there for a job because Dominic had told him he would take a job. He looked at me and said, okay, well, he said, you come tomorrow. Come tomorrow, okay. I went tomorrow, like tomorrow I went. And I went there, and he looked at me and said, hey, you know what to do. He says, you come with me. And there was a field there near a barn, all loaded with junks, lumber, barrels, this, that. But he told me to clean it, I understood it. Get this stuff and put it over there. He told me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a lot of it there. So I started way before noon there, way before noon. I worked all day like a mule. I really worked. At 5 o'clock or 5:30, he went by with that old, yeah, I don't know, what's that? What a car. He looked at me and said, you clean all that? I understood him, and I said, yeah. I said, good. He said, good. I had time to go home because it was past the time. I didn't know what time it was.
Oh, boy, you're dedicated. I would have left.
Working.
I would have left early.
I like clean the whole field.
You haven't done it for a year. You were just anxious to get out there.
Oh, I was dirty though. I worked hard. And he says, come tomorrow. I understood.
Oh, of course. You did a good job.
Come tomorrow. I said, come tomorrow.
Well, they don't make my day anymore.
No, they don't. No, I guess not. Because I tell you, I would. And the first job I had,
I guess not.
let's see, the first job I had over there. Oh, yeah, I remember. First job. There were, it was a time that they dig potatoes. The trucks came in from the field, and instead of a big warehouse, you know, they had a machine, like a conveyor. It's a conveyor like this going up, and the guys will throw the potatoes in the conveyor with a chain. The potatoes will go up. And the other end, there's a chute, And my job was to get a gunny sack, hook it under the chute, and the conveyor would throw that potato inside.
Okay.
Inside.
Mhm.
See. And when you see it's full, you take it out right away, shut it off, it won't, the potato would run on the floor, and put another sack. And then we had a time while you're doing that at the same time.
All day you did that?
Huh?
All day?
All day. Well, oh, yeah. You gotta make 2 years. I put on real fast how you tied him. He showed me a couple of times, I said, yeah, get it, I got it. I kept on. And it was a breeze for me. And I was, not that I'm bragging, I was fast. I tell you why I was fast. In
See, I
due,
catch them fast.
in due time, them guys, they were bringing in the
I see
potatoes.
them fast.
When they were feeding the conveyor, they should feed it normal, you know, more or less level.
Right.
So they can pick the bad ones out, one thing, and the other thing is that I would have time to
To put them in a
hook
sack.
and unhook, put another sack on there. Then when it was full, I had to shut it off full, put it on the side and put another one on. They used to load it up on purpose. Put a lot of potatoes in there, sack after sack. I caught every one of them. I got, that's why I was fast. I got every one of them. As much as they filled up the conveyor,
You got it.
I got them.
Or they try to see if you could do it or not, huh?
They've never done it no more. I didn't say one moo. I didn't know what to say. I'd done it, but I was quick. But then I was behind on time, because all I had time to do is, when the sack was full, unhook it, put it on the side, no, shut it off first, put it on the side of the sack, and put another sack on.
How long did that last like that?
Oh, they done it just for about 5 or 6 sacks,
Ah,
you know,
just to see if you.
just to see. They never done no more though. But the other thing I didn't like, some of them, there's always a wise guy in there.
Them too, huh?
No, they wouldn't call me by name. Either Dago or Wap.
Mm.
Wap or that. They used to burn me so much that I couldn't take it. But I needed a job and I shut up. I didn't say nothing. And all the time I was there on the farm and work, I heard that name good many times.
Just from your co-workers, not from your boss?
No, not from the boss.
No.
Co-workers. Not all co-workers. A few wise guys.
Mm.
Few wise guys. But I had to let it go because I figured if I lose the job, because the money used to get there, I used to pay my uncle for the past boarding room that I owed him.
Right.
And I didn't finish paying when I was working on farm. I finished paying him when I went to the CC pad. Well, in a farm, I don't know, there's a lot of little events I done, so that's normal for anything. I worked there, I was like because I was a good worker, not because I couldn't speak or nothing like that. But
Right.
you know, but I worked, they got me. The only reason I came home because, like I said, it was, the boss shot himself because he lost on a stock and he couldn't take it and everything went haywire.
That was the same guy that hired you? That
No,
shot-
his
oh.
boss,
His
or
boss.
their owner hired me.
Oh, okay.
Because he had a couple of 3 bosses there, because he owned 7 farms.
Mhm.
This Rasmussen, he lived in Summers, he had 7 farms. Beautiful land. Oh, beautiful land. He was a rich man. And he couldn't take care of it all. He had to have a foreman, which he had a couple of foremen. And from there,
How'd you end up from there? How'd you end up over here? Where'd you work in the other farm? What's the name of it? Bristol? or-
Summers.
Summers. How'd you end up by Summers then? Was that right?
No, because he had farmers all over. He had 2 huge farms near
So I mean,
Summers.
you worked at Truesdale, but
Oh,
then,
we used to go back and forth.
oh, you worked back and forth.
Oh, we used to travel.
But you
the
but you
morning.
slept, but you had board and room over there.
Yeah, then I stayed in Summers.
But you moved out of your aunt's house and went over there.
Yeah, no, from, I moved out of my man's house, And I lived with Dominic Jardine and his wife for about a year.
He took care of you pretty good, though. He really meant well. Dominic.
Dominic, yeah, he liked me.
I mean, he picked you up from the train. He wanted to get you a job. It was depression. You
Yeah,
lived with him.
yeah, he liked me,
Yeah.
and I liked him, you know, and I liked Rose, I mean, they treated me fine, they talked to me real nice, Dominic always trying to learn me words.
Well, how well did he know your mom and dad?
They didn't know my mom and dad at all, I don't think.
Well, but he picked you up from the train station.
No, Nick Quinta did.
Oh, Nick Quinta did. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, we got acquainted by my aunt.
Oh, but your aunt acquainted?
When they
Okay.
moved there, remember?
That's right, I'm sorry, yeah.
When they said they were young people, they moved there for rent, that's where
Right.
we got acquainted.
Right.
And then from there, we got acquainted, and we got along fine, and I didn't talk much. And I sensed that they liked me, you know what I mean, and that's how we got
Right.
along with it. So anyway, when I moved my aunt from here to the farm, I went with Dominic and all, there was a shack. The shack was south in a field where Jerry Summers' farm, produce is.
Mhm.
It's not straight across, and the other side of the track back there, it was a shack. It was a kitchen in the middle, and a little bedroom here, and another bedroom there. That's all it was, living in the shack. And from there, like I say, we, I don't know what else to say.
Well, from there, okay, after.
He's got so much to say.
No, I know, but, okay, where did you go from here then?
I should ask the
You
question.
start working over here.
Because I know
Where,
them.
what is over here?
You start working at farm at Truesdale and Sutter Place.
Summers.
Summers. Okay, you worked there for how long?
That's what we want to know, how long. you
Couple
worked
of
there.
years or so.
When you
A
went
couple
up
of years.
north.
Yeah, until
Not for the family.
until the foreman, the boss, killed himself
Okay,
during the depression. Then I come back here.
then you came back and lived with your Aunt Rose.
I know I didn't want to stay here with her because I know the situation. So I try to get a job. I couldn't get a job. I used to get up in the morning before people go to work. I used to get up before them. Trying to look for a job. I go to Simmons. I go to Macamore. I go here. I go there. Never could find a job. Never could find a job. Couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a job. I put an application someplace. Nobody called me. I didn't know no one to give me.
North experience. You have a lot to say there. Up
And
north.
I didn't know no one to give me a post. And then besides, then it was, they weren't hardly hiring.
They did very
They weren't
fresh.
hiring, and that's it, see. That's the reason, okay, they weren't hiring. So, then there was this thing of Roosevelt put in the Civilian Conservation Corps, CC camp, they call it.
Can you shut that off a little bit so I can talk to him?
Mhm.
Okay, there. Now, this one guy with it.
I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, it was only a couple years. Now he had this.
Couple of
Truesdale-
years.
It wasn't Summers. You worked both places.
Yes, Truesdale,
Yeah.
Summers,
Now,
North Farm, South Farm.
When you worked
everything.
at Summers over here, now you actually lived there.
I lived at
And you
Summers.
worked for your board and room. You said.
In the winter. In the winter.
In the winter.
Summers, I got $1 a day.
Summer you got dollars.
That's my board and room.
Okay. So anything you can say what happened at Summers that you would like to share with us? Besides the big money you made?
Well, Summers was like, when the owner committed suicide, okay, we were gonna get a lot of them got told to go home from the farm. I hated to come back in Kenosha again by my aunt and make a bill of $25 a month. $25 a month then was a lot of money because I worked for $1 a day. And $25 a month, figure out, making $1 a day and paying $25 a month.
What if you gotta work 25 days?
But figure it out.
Right, you gotta work
That's
25
it.
days.
I hated to come back.
A whole month's work, yeah.
I had to go in. So, it says, Dominic quit because he had no job. Dominic had to come home. Dominic and Rose came home. And he told me to come home too. He says, you don't want to stay here, but yeah, I'm gonna work. Put my board in the room. I'm not gonna come back in town. Boy, I had a lot of statement on that. With that cold weather, oof. Now, okay. So they down I told them that I was gonna stay there and work for my board in the room. Okay, so they talked to the owner. So the owner made arrangements with the seller family there, which it's only about 2 houses away from him, in Summers. Their names was Paulsons. They had George, brother, sister, and father and mother. And Agnes was a sister. She was a school teacher. She was young. George was young. And folks. So okay, they went in that house. They're like I don't know what to say.
Well, what year was that, Grandpa?
Huh?
What year was that?
It was in 1930, 33, about
33?
about 33, 1933. Yeah. Yeah, I must have been around 33. I went there. They just looked at me. I didn't say hello, and I looked like another package. I didn't.
You had nothing to say.
Nothing to say. Nothing to say. And they come in, and the old lady, Paulson, she says, okay, this is, I show you a room. Upstairs, the first room upstairs. There was 2 rooms upstairs. We have them. Okay. So there's another place. There was a back house. You know what I mean? And I stayed in there, and upstairs, and that's it. Look out the window. Until you go to work in the morning. Then you get up in the morning. She called you.
Nothing to do at night. You just look out the window. That's it.
Look out the window, go to bed at 8 o'clock. That's why I wouldn't like to go to early, because I'm used to it. Even as they say, camp, lights out. 8 o'clock.
You loved it, huh?
8 o'clock. Oh, not to it. And then little same.
You're a bag of shells. If it was me, I'd be like this, wide awake.
No. Hey, when you get up at 4 o'clock in the
I
morning,
won't get up at.
you don't say, oh, you have to get up, otherwise you
Yeah.
get out. When you get up there early in the morning, you get up at 8 o'clock. So they call you, then you have breakfast. No. When you call, you come down and you dress up. And not far away from here, maybe not even across the street, there's a barn. You feed the animals. We had about 4 teams of horses. You feed them, hay and that, clean a little bit. After you do that, you come home and eat. I don't know if you never wash your hands, because they had just a little pump in a house. That's the only water they had.
No soap?
I remember we used to wash, get a vase, put some water in there, go outside, wash it. That's it. So you go outside and wash. What are you going to wash?
Yeah.
There's no bathtub, there's no running water.
You never took baths.
Huh?
You say you never took a bath.
Believe me. Believe me.
Well, in Rocca Bernardo too, you never took there was no bath.
I don't remember bathtubs. Now, really, now,
How
just
about a
think
shower?
this. I was telling her the other day.
How about a shower?
I worked in a farm, right? There was no bathtub over there. They had no running water in the house, nothing like that. And when I used to come home every other week, just to see my aunt, on a Sunday, then I go back in the afternoon, I don't remember going by anything on there. I lived.
There's no wonder they got such.
You save money on water?
I lived.
You
I
save
mean, I don't remember it.
You live like the cowboys at out west.
Hey, I don't remember.
How about in Italy then? Were there bath? You didn't take.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it.
I mean, even by the river or anything, just a little water,
Well, maybe
washed
when
up
we
a
used to
little
go by the river and then that.
Yeah.
I bet your first bath you were shocked if you had it till night.
In a CC can.
Oh,
Showers every morning.
Oh,
showers? Yeah, that's
that's
a
right.
shower.
Oh, where at CC camp? They had a big room with sprinklers all over the place.
I bet you like that, huh?
Turn them on, they turn them on, the water was running, you go underneath there, you go there, you wash up and then you get out of there, yeah, oh, every morning.
Okay, getting back to summer. so we
Okay,
were-
summer, no, what the heck was it? Oh, I was by this lady, family, Paulson's. Well, okay, work, she called me every morning to go to work here and there. Then, okay, we work enough, you know, that the stuff is normal, that's it. But I remember, okay, you were about the food, okay, now. I was young, I worked hard, and I had an appetite. I did. We sit at a table, kitchen table. The little kitchen was the only place I've seen in the house, in the room upstairs. I don't know how a front room looks or nothing else. Not now. I never went in a front room, never. I don't know if I wasn't allowed, nobody asked me, I didn't ask.
Were you the only farmhand that lived there?
Yeah,
Oh.
with this family, I was the only kid there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was the only one. No one asked me even to
You
go in a
want a
front room
little
once.
juice, or you want some? Oh, I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
That's
You
okay.
took yourself a big picture.
That's all right.
No, and nobody asked me, anyway. But the thing was this,
Or you want more?
we have supper. It was organized. I mean, you know, I like what she cooked, because I never had anything before like that. Had pancakes I never seen before, the way she kind of, you know, meals, I love that. So, they were organized, you know, then Mrs. Paulson, Mr. Paulson, she said to Mr. Paulson, we sit, where everybody sits, everybody was quiet, sit. And the old lady said to Mr. Paulson, Pa, will you please pass the potatoes? Okay. So he grabs the potatoes and passes it around. And please pass us whatever the other dish is, pass it around. Well, when we go around like this here, my eyes were open. I see how much they took out on a plate. And I don't think I got any more than they did. Although I would have liked to take out more.
All right.
Okay. And, okay, then they pass whatever it is, okay, I ate what they ate. Now, if we were done eating, I could have went with my arm like this all by me and finished the rest. And many a times I got up hungry. I could still eat as much as I ate before. I was hungry. After I was done eating, I was out of the house. I had to either go upstairs or go outside. Or go outside. So I go upstairs and look out the window. Sometimes I take a walk in summers, some evenings, and then come back. Don't talk to nobody, just to go
You're
look.
done to say.
Not to say. What I was gonna say, sometime I used to go by when you go to summer, you pass the tracks. On the left hand side used to be a store, general store. They used to call them the Bolmores, Bolmore Brothers. And over there,